Hi everybody, it's Rob here from Discover Music. In my previous video, Music Theory, Why Bother, I explained why it's important to learn some theory. I also introduced my disc device which will help you in your musical studies. So this video explains in more detail how the disc works. If the explanation goes way over your head, don't panic, Mr. Mandarin. Accompanying the device is a 40-page write-up that explains in detail from zero knowledge all you need to be able to use a device and then use it for your further studies. Just going to briefly show you some of the features of the device. So there's 3 layers. On the inner layer, both sides, there's 12 segments. On each segment I've written a note from the chromatic scale. The outside circles have windows punched in so you can see notes underneath on both sides. First thing I'm going to show you is number 1, you can easily find all notes in any key of the major scale. So on this side of the device where it says scales there, you rotate it so that the key that you want is at the top. For example, here's the key of C major, and you read the notes going around the outside in the clockwise direction back to the octave. And by rotating that device, you get all the the notes. So E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp. There's a key of E major. So that applies to any key. I've also written above each note the note numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to aid in identifying which note number you're talking about. Second thing I want to show you, you can easily find all notes in any key of the natural minor scale. The natural minor scale is based on the 6th note of the major scale. So the minor scale is on the inside in blue. They're numbered 1, 2, 3 round to 7. And this is to be the minor scale. So the same idea, I can rotate that. So for example, that would be the key of D minor, showing the notes on the outside. Next thing I want to show you, chord calculator, triads and 4-note sevenths. On the other side of the device, there's a chord calculator. So what you do, you rotate it so the 12 o'clock position is the root, and the red is major, blue is minor. So A major would be A, C sharp, E. For the minor, med, third, fifth. For the minor, you flatten the third to a C. So for A minor would be A, C, E, and so on. I've also shown the 7th chords, so the 4-note 7th chords, which would be the major 7th, minor 7th, dominant and half diminished. So you can use that for any of the basic triads and the 4-note 7th type chords calculator. Next thing I want to show you, you can easily see all diatonic chords in any key. So back to this side, if I go to the key of G, for example, look above each note and it shows you the chord to play in the key. So if you're in the key of G major, you want to play a G major chord. A minor, B minor, C major, D major, and so on. All the notes of those chords are in that key. I'm also showing in brackets the 4-note 7th type chord to play. So G major 7th, C major 7th, B minor 7th, D dominant 7th. Those 4-note chords are in that key, and it's the same whatever key you put it in. So if I go to the key of A, same idea. Next thing I want to show you, Roman numbers for chord progressions. Next to the note numbers, I've put the Roman numbers, which is the chord types. Capital Romans are major chords, lowercase are minor chords. So you might see this type of chord progression, a 5, 4, or 2, and a 1. In the key of A major, for example. Use this device to work out what the notes are. So the 5, we're in A major. The 5, which is there, is E major. What's that one? The 4, there's the 4, D major. The 2, 7th, there's the 2, B minor 7th, and the 1 is A major. So you use this wheel device to work out what chords to play on these Roman numeral chord progressions. Here's another example of an A minor one. This is in A minor. So A minor, you're rotating that way to get the A minor there. And we're using, that's the 1, the 7th would be the G major, and so on. So you might see the chord progressions written in Roman numerals. That's all on the device. Next thing I want to show you, you can use this to work out other chords. For example, here's sus2. If you want to look at a sus2, that is the 1, 2 and 5. So for example, we're in the key of D. There's the 1, there's the 2, E, and come round, there's the 5A. D, E, A. D, E, A is D sus2. use this device to work out chords. I've also shown the note numbers after the octave. So the 9 and the 11 for those extended chords. Next thing I want to show you for the device is you can use this for composing and improvisation. What you can do is set this to a key. For example, I'm in the key of E major. This shows me the chords to play, so easily I can make up any chord progression I like on a guitar, piano or other instrument and just play those chords. Those chords will be in key automatically. So it doesn't mean you need to stay in the key for the entire song, but these basic chords here in the key are the basic ones that will sound nice together. You're guaranteed to make that sound nice. And you can use this for soloing over. So you could get a mate to play a chord progression at random, or you could play it yourself on a looper or record it, and then you could use this to solo over. So for example, if you were in the key of G major, as you know, you could solo over that using like the E minor scale or the E minor pentatonic or the G major scale. So you could use this to make up chord progressions on the fly and then improvise over them. The last thing I want to show you is Key Finder. If you've got a song and you want to work out the key, what you can do is trial and error. You can place this over each of the chords in the song and eventually most of them should fit. For example, this is just an example. You might see a dominant 7th chord. The dominant 7th is the 5th note of a scale. So if you find the dominant D7, that could be in the key of G major. The other things to look out for are there two minor chords together, A and B for example, there, or any others. So by using trial and error, using the chords from the song, you can actually try and use this to work out the key that the song's in. Don't forget, not every chord will be in the key. Most of them will be. There will be anomalies, but you can use this to find out the key. I hope this brief explanation shows you how incredible the device is and how it can help you in your musical journey. Don't forget, it's all covered in the accompanying write-up, which explains everything. Have a look now at our website and order yours now from www.disc-cover-music.com. Thank you very much.